Amen. What it is. This is Dean, and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. Did you miss me? Y'all already know, man. Y'all know the Cash App. $ Dean by any means. Show your boys some love. Y'all know the PayPal at Dean by any means. Y'all see that heart with the $? That's the super chat. You can press that at any time your heart desires. Please say it with me, y'all. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It is much, much, much appreciated, y'all. Oh, yeah. Hit that like button. Don't be an eavesdropper, you goddamn earth man. Don't be an eavesdropper. Right again. How right again. Right again. Now everybody's suspicious all of a sudden, huh? Now everybody's suspicious of victorconte, Vada, testing agencies. Y'all owe me and 007 Manager Marty an apology. Because it's us two. Me and Manager Marty is the reason any of these conversations is happening. Well, Dean, what are you talking about? Well, in case y'all missed it, Brian Norman Jr., go check it out. Brian Norman Jr. did an interview on Sean Porter's podcast. And I forget he had the white boy on there too. Zentel or whatever. I don't know when he got in boxing, but whatever. The guy Zentel, shout out to him. He don't be trying to do too much capping, so I ain't really got a problem with him. Brian Norman Jr. is suspicious about using Vada, because victorconte is directly associated with that, and he's directly associated with Devin Haney, which is a conflict of interest. You want to know where they probably got that from? Us Philly boys. I know that's where they got it from because wasn't nobody else talking about it before Manager Marty. Nobody. So wherever you got that from, it still trickles down from Manager Marty. See, I could give people their credit and like y'all hate to do it. It's okay. Manager Marty brought the whole victorconte and Snac and all of that to light on YouTube. So much so, y'all, I was getting phone calls about it from some people that's, yeah. And now everybody's saying what we've been saying. But where you owe Dame an apology at, people was just suspicious of victorconte at first, not the testing agencies. First time me and Manager Marty ever had a discussion. I was defending Terrence Crawford. We're not so much defending him because Manager Marty was saying how he was suspicious, and I was trying to tell Manager Marty, I hear you on that, but forget the boxers for a second. What about these testing agencies? Shouldn't they be held to a higher standard? I mean, we could do brain surgery. We making robots. But we can't detect if somebody got something dirty in their urine. Shouldn't most of the onus be on the testing agencies whose job it is to protect these fighters and make sure that everybody's walking in the ring not dirty? Even before that, Manager Marty wasn't even looking at it that way. Now, and what made Manager Marty start looking at it different, that's why Manager Marty went and got the founder of Vada, got victorconte on there, and Manager Marty has given me my credit plenty of times on this topic, on his own show, I might add. Manager Marty was suspicious about Vada and what's going on with these fighters. I was suspicious about the testing agencies. Mind you, y'all, all of this was before we even found out that victorconte helped found Vada. And I'm so glad that I put the pressure on, because those are questions that Manager Marty may not have found the owner of Vada. I'm so happy he did. And now Brian Norman Jr. is suspicious of Vada because Vada is directly associated with victorconte, and victorconte is directly associated with Devin Haney. And then the guy Zenith or Zentel, whatever his name is, Brian Norman Jr. asked him, he said, didn't victorconte say he know how to beat Vada testing? And Zentel said, yes, he told me that. And what made it even funnier is Sean Porter was sitting there. Sean Porter was sitting there laughing and joking, because Sean Porter knows it's true, because Sean Porter was dealing with victorconte, Vada, and all of that as well. And how you know we have a right to be suspicious? Because Sean Porter ain't tell Brian Norman or Zentel that they shouldn't be suspicious of victorconte, the same person he used to use. Where did they get that from? Us Philly boys. Us Philly boys. Oh yeah, y'all, we got the receipts and videos to for anybody to try to say Dean, they ain't get it from y'all. I can call Manager Marty up right now, and we got the receipts and videos to prove that nobody was talking about this. Nobody was talking about being suspicious of fighters with PEDs prior to Manager Marty, and nobody was talking about these testing agencies and looking at them prior to me bringing that up to Manager Marty. Facts. I say that we're doing great things in boxing. When I tell y'all there is not a boxing channel that is my size that has ever had the impact that I have or get the same support that I get. You name another YouTube channel that got 2,800 subscribers but get support, super chats, cash apps like channels that are 10 times bigger than mine, 5 times bigger than mine. Name me another YouTube channel that was my size that all the major boxing content creators knew who you are. They all know who I am. So much so a lot of them have me blocked. If you understand, type understand. And it done trickled down all the way to my guy, A.T. Jones, my guy. We doing great things out here, brother. Because that wouldn't have even been in Brian Norman Jr. head if they wasn't watching us Philly boys. Nobody was talking about it before us Philly boys. Facts. Y'all, we've been on their helmets so much that Vada family had to make a section on their website showing who's enlisted in 24-hour 365 testing, because Manager Marty was on their head so bad about it, and still is. But I did you one better. Forget Victor. Forget Snac. Who's doing these tests? Shouldn't they be able to detect this stuff? Isn't that their job? Why ain't we putting more onus on the testing agencies whose job it is, no matter how dirty the fighter is, his job is to make sure they find that out. What are you paying them for? What are you paying them for? And now Brian Norman Jr. was smart enough to ask those same questions that we be asking for a while. So shout out to Manager Marty, because I'm going to say we need answers. Nobody, I mean nobody, was talking about these testing agencies and the corruption that could be happening with these testing agencies before moi. If you think I'm lying about that, Go ask Manager Marty, who brought this whole conversation to YouTube, and he will tell you who was the first content creator that ever bored up bringing the onus on the testing agencies. And now everybody is suspicious. But when me and Manager Marty was saying we suspicious, when we was saying we suspicious, y'all called us haters. Yeah, you did. Yup. Brian Norman Jr. a hater. Ryan Garcia a hater. Javante Davis a hater. This is how I know people watch me. Because where did they get that conversation from? Ain't nobody had Victor Conte on the interview talking about Snac and all that. Nobody else got the founder of Vada. And found out that Victor Conte is one of the founding members. Actually, Victor Conte did the recruiting and brought everybody together to make Vada. And he admitted that he knows how to beat that testing. You think I'm lying? Just go on Manager Marty channel and go do your research. Y'all owe us an apology. Yup. And if you think I'm just trying to give myself credit just to give myself credit, go ask Manager Marty, who was the first content creator that was honing in on the testing agencies even more than the fighter. If I told Manager Marty, if fighters can cheat, they're going to cheat. It's the testing agency's jobs to make sure that they don't. But that might be kind of hard to do when you are the person who founded it. It's also a cheater and knows how to beat the test and is giving boxers products and taking their blood and all of this. And Brian Norman Jr., yes, sir, you can get other testing. And if I was you, I would come out of my pocket personally to pay for that as well. That is not Vada. Just to make sure. Say it with me, y'all. I let people talk that like to talk because you get to see how full of ish they are. Right here. All right here. All right here. Y'all already know what this is, though, right? Ding. By. End. Means. We need answers. Earthmen.